Hi, I'm Kim with 4.5, and today I'm going to be talking to you about branding and identity. Branding and identity is the image that you put out there to the public. Anyone who searches for you on Google, what are they going to see? What are they going to see when they go to your website? What are they going to see when they go to your social media account? When they see your ad, when they see your brochure? If you go to a conference, what's on your trade show banners? Things like that. Everything needs to be consistent. It needs to have the same overall look and feel. So obviously you want your logo prominent on everything. You want everything to follow the same color scheme. You want to use the same fonts. You want to have the same overall theme. So let's say your theme is something adventurous, and you're going to put out a series of 5 postcards. And so on one postcard you have mountain climbing, on another one you have surfing, on another one you have skydiving, but then all of a sudden you have a picture of someone reading. It doesn't really make sense. It kind of throws off the whole theme. So that's kind of what branding and identity is. It's making sure that when the potential customer or client, when they see your materials, they know it's you at first glance. Think of any major brand out there like Pepsi or Coke or Google or Apple, anything like that. All you have to do is glance at their materials and you know it's them because they have very consistent branding and messaging, a very, very clear and consistent identity across everything that they do. So again, this goes to your website, your social media pages, any ads that you do, brochures, anything that the public is going to see, right down to your business cards and your email signature. If you have mixed images out there and mixed brands and mixed identities, it can really confuse people, because then they're not sure who you really are and what message it is you're trying to convey. As a marketing professional, I see it sometimes where companies will be in the middle of a rebrand, for example, and all of a sudden, because they're in the middle of a rebrand, they have 3 different images out there, 3 different identities out there. I go to their website and it's one color scheme. I go to their Facebook profile and it's a different color scheme in their cover image, and then I see one of their Google ads and that one's a different color scheme because they're in the middle of rebranding. So it's really important, if you want to rebrand and put out a new message and put out a new identity, it's really important to think about that in advance and be very strategic about it and get everything ready to go before you launch it. Make sure all your cover photos for your social media pages are ready. Make sure your brochures are ready, your trade show banners, your website, your email campaigns, everything is ready to go, and then you launch it all at once. So that way there's no mixed messages out there to confuse anybody. Not only can it confuse a client or a consumer if you don't have consistent imaging and a consistent identity and brand across all mediums, it can also put out the perception that you're not organized. You know, if somebody is thinking about doing business with you and they get a postcard in the mail that looks one way, and then they go to your Facebook profile and it looks a different way, and then they go to your website and that looks completely different, it could give that perception that you're not organized and you're kind of just haphazardly throwing things together and not really putting a lot of thought or effort into it, and it might stop that person from wanting to do business with you. So that's another thing to take into consideration. So how does this apply to property management companies? Well, you have a website, you have pay-per-click ads, you have social media pages, and you have email marketing. When a potential landlord is looking for you and they go to your website and then they see your ads and your social media and your email marketing, it's really important that all of this is consistent and looks the same, because it shows that you are organized and that you have close attention to detail, and that can help elevate the level of trust with that landlord, and therefore they might be more willing to let you manage their property, because it shows that you have your stuff together. So my homework to you is for you to look at all of the things that you have out there from an outsider's perspective. So go look at your website, look at your brochures, look at your letterhead, look at your business cards, look at everything. And at first glance, is it clear that it's you? Does it have a really consistent message? Is the overall look and feel the same across everything?